I'm in the VIP hospitality with TT legend Phillip McCallen. Phillip, what a shame that we've been rained off today. It would have been a spectacle out on the course, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have been special today. Everyone was fired up. You know, they had Saturday's racing, which was getting people going. Derby yesterday, so anyone who wanted to do a few little alterations, check their bike out. It was supposed to be a parade lap, but I seen a lot of people testing, I would call it, yesterday at Derby. So fired up for this morning. We wake up and there's fog, there's mist, and we keep all praying, you know, 10 o'clock is going to lift, 11 o'clock is going to lift, 12 o'clock is going to lift, and finally the clerk of the course called it, look, it's a day, we have to call it off. He made the right decision. When he called it off, I was actually going out to do a lap in the car, and we done a lap anyway, and it was beautiful until we got to the mountain. And he's a clever man, Gary, he knows what he's doing. And then he said it's going to get worse at 4 o'clock, there's going to be rain coming in, and the rain has come in.
What's it like from a racer's point of view, being all fired up and ready to go out, and then typical Manx weather, the heavens open?
I think as you get that little bit more mature, of course it's a little, makes you a little bit nervous stopping and starting, but as you get that little bit more mature and understand it, look, that's it, it's going to happen. You know, there's other races, and especially road races, you know, the weather causes more of an effect than short circuit riding. So we know it's happened to all of us before. Races called off, it's on an hour, off an hour, you know, so you're on edge a little bit for those couple of hours until it's a yes or no, and then it's right, we're all go, or lathers off, we're having a break.
Now, talking about Derby yesterday, and you did mention that a few people were making some tweaks last minute to the bikes. The 350 is typically quite an open class, whereas a superbike race maybe a little bit more of a done deal, would you say? Who's your money on?
Well, a done deal, racing's never a done deal, and especially at the classic TT, because let's not forget, you know, I know these maybe are not true originals, and they could be replicas, and there could be other little things in and out of there that I know nothing about, but you know, it's not really, you know, we look at that race on Saturday, we're going to predictable, Michael Dunlop will be there. Michael Dunlop was out. You know, we actually, some people sort of just, you know, we didn't rate Josh Brooks high enough. You know, there was other people putting other riders in front of Josh, but Josh pulled his finger out, he won the race, so that upset the apple cart a little bit from people's predictions. Yeah, some people did predict Josh to ride, he's a brilliant rider, but they had others rated ahead of him. He done the job. So yeah, we can go and say, you know, Michael Dunlop's a strong rider. Yes, he has won this race before. He should win it. He's got a Suzuki that he's happy with. He knows how it works. And yeah, maybe the favourite at the minute is Michael Dunlop. But look, the result isn't until the race is over. So I think we'll keep the cards open, really, because these bikes, they're all hand built or hand replicas, and things can go wrong, and joints can break and things. So I would say, yeah, I'm going to say Michael probably starts favourite, but look, there's other guys all riding hard on good machinery.
What's your favourite style of bike to race around here?
Really, you know, I've rid race bikes here all my life, or production bikes, and well, I suppose, yeah, I've had my 250s and 600s and 400s and production bikes, and really at the time they're all good. You know, this year you like these bikes, you ride them and you think they're brilliant, and you know, but you want a better one for next year, so the manufacturer brings another one out for next year, and you think that's better, or you alter to make it better. So to be honest, I've had always like pretty good bikes here. My 250s have been brilliant, even though I've never won a TT. I've had some good rides on 250s, 600s, super sports, I've won on those. That's been probably one of the easiest bikes to ride, because it's like a toy compared to an RC45 or an RC30. So, but again, I've had good runs at RC30s and won Formula 1s and senior TTs, and I've done the same in RC45. So I'm an open book, really. Just give me a decent bike and I'll ride.
Now, we've seen you in the VIP hospitality a lot with some of the guests who've come over to the Isle of Man. Is the profile of the classic TT growing in the same way that the TT has done?
Yeah, I think Paul Phillips and his team and the rest of the government and everyone who's behind it is doing a good job of promoting the classic TT. Like, they had a big job on here because, as we know, this was the Manx Grand Prix for amateurs, and to be honest, I think I'm saying right, the numbers were falling that was coming to watch the Manx Grand Prix, so they had to shake it up, they had to do something. And at the minute, and all over Europe and all over the world, classic bikes are becoming more and more popular, and that's really because, the young kids of today don't have the money that we had as young kids years ago, even though we don't really admit that. But there's not the same, they don't have the same spending money to spend that we did have in our age. And the people now with money to spend are people over 50. They're into retirement, they've had a good business, the kids is gone, the mortgage is paid off, and they've now got spare money for themselves. And they want to buy or see a bike that they rode or admired when they were 19, 20. 20, 30 years of age, and that's 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So that's the people at the minute with disposable income. They want to see those bikes. So yes, it's growing. And the team here, they're doing a good job. They've had to label a Manx Grand Prix, which was low profile, a classic TT, bring riders from the TT here because that's what people want to come and see. The John McGuinnesses, the Michael Dunlops, the boys who are winning there on a classic machine. So yes, it's a very, very good combination all over Europe. I was at Donington a couple of weeks ago at what the people there reckon was the biggest classic entry in Europe, over 500 entries. So classic bikes are going, so yes, the TT should be part of this, because don't forget, this is classic, this is history, the TT.
Now, looking at some of the people you've been looking after the past couple of days and talking to some of the people myself here today, there seems like there's an awful lot more people coming from many different countries now. It's not just people coming in from the UK for the weekend.
No, sorry, excuse me. No, it's not. The people I've just been looking after today, I've been looking after some Spanish and Belgians, the guys from Belgium. Didn't pronounce that right, did I? And English people as well. And we've met Americans here. I've had Australians here. This is a big, big thing for the Australians who run it on live TV. The Americans love it as well. The Chinese love it. The Japanese, we've seen them come here too. So we have got the right tool, we have the right product here. We've got a road race, we've put classic bikes in it now, we put the modern super bikes in it come TT week. So yeah, I think it's becoming a bigger attraction, and all those people, they tell me, the people I talk to, they're coming back. And again, the people that said that 2 years ago and 3 are back. We back home we hire motorcycles out, and we had 5 Americans come 5 years ago, take 5 bikes and come to the TT for a fortnight. They've done that again. They've come to the classic TT for a fortnight. So that's Americans. They're telling all their friends, so they want to come as well. And the people I'm with today, they've missed the racing, unfortunately. They have to fly home tonight, but they're adamant they're coming back next year to the TT and possibly the classic TT. So yes, it must be working.